Hi, welcome to Cancer Commentaries. Today's thought du jour is learning how to develop a gratitude-based life, especially when things aren't going your way. So if it is that you're dealing with cancer, which everyone knows is, my big deal, or if it's something else, if you feel overwhelmed, you feel like nothing's going right, you maybe, as I did a few years ago, get a year or two to live, which thank God did not turn out to be the case. It's hard sometimes to say, I'm so grateful, In fact, I had a man comment on one of my segments saying that it's getting hard for him, or it's very hard for him because he's been putting up with this for 13 years. And it's at a point where he just can't stand how annoying it is to have to live like this. And I thought, boy, if that were me, the first way I would frame that is 13 years later, I'm still alive. So there's a fundamental twist that has to happen for someone who is not grateful to become grateful. And if you wanted a how-to, I would tell you this. Start with small things. If yesterday you didn't get up and get dressed, you just felt lousy and you decided to give yourself that day, but today you did get up, you got dressed, you sat in your chair and read. Be grateful for that. I mean, obviously be grateful every day you wake up. I know that sounds corny, but I sure am happy every day I wake up. So you have that. If one of your kids calls you, or your neighbor stops by, or you got yourself out and about and you went to shop and the first thing you know, you got a parking space right next to the door. Things like this, they're small. You didn't win the lottery. Someone didn't pay off your mortgage, but there's things to be grateful for. So you look for them. You really look for them. At the end of the night, this is when I do it, before you're falling asleep and you're lying in bed, and you think to yourself, what can I be grateful for today? And it can be those things that seem kind of little, but they add up. And once you set your radar to start looking for things like that, you start noticing things like that. I'll tell you, one of the most charming things I have had happen recently is months ago, just before Christmas, I was in line carrying packages, tired, and two little girls started singing Christmas carols. And I mean, they were about 3 or 4 years old. They didn't say their words properly. They couldn't hold a tune, but it was precious. And I'm still grateful for that. I'm grateful for that moment of innocence and purity that all of a sudden changed my mood that day. So the more you look for it, the more you will find it. The more you find it, the more you begin to grow it. And your energy changes. And this is, Einstein started all this, where we're made up of energy. Everything's made up of energy. You can change your energy from bad to good. Now you have better energy. You're going around being grateful, which just makes you happier. So you're happier, you're feeling better about things, and it just grows like a snowball going down a hill. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're more grateful and you're more happy, and it begins to affect your health. This is my belief. It begins to affect your health because you're feeling better. Isn't that the same as feeling healthier? Now with me, if you've been watching my segments, you know that right now there's no detectable cancer in my system. So I'm grateful over the moon. But I feel these are parts of the recipe that got me here. And I'd like to share them with you, and I hope you can open your mind to the thought of shifting your energy, finding things to be grateful for, and thinking to yourself, this could actually help me get healthier. And with that, I bid you adieu.